Hey everybody, this is going to be the second video. So we have mapped out where the miles were from the destination. Let's use this information for the next slide. So here we go. Matt's total journey is blank miles long and it takes him how many hours? So let's look. His journey is a total of 140. And I know this because this is where it starts. We started at 140 miles per hour. Miles from the destination, not miles per hour, that'd be insane. And how many hours does it take him? So, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. It takes him 3 hours to cover that 140 miles. Where did Matt stop to eat lunch? Well, I'm looking at my little graph here, and I'm looking for places where the miles plateaued and there wasn't a change. So I noticed there's a change here because it decreases. It decreases here. I noticed that he doesn't cover any distance between 1:30 and 2:30. That makes me think that he had his lunch at that time. So his lunch was from 1:30 and it ended at 2 o'clock. And it ended at 2 p.m. Okay. After 1 hour of driving, Matt is blank from his destination. Okay, so the question says after 1 hour of driving, Matt is blank miles from his destination. So he started at 12, and this is 12:30. This is 1 o'clock. That's a whole hour. He is 85 miles from his destination after 1 hour passed. How many miles did Matt drive during the first 2 hours? So, I count here, it was 85, and then I need to look at what the difference was at 2 o'clock. So, if you add it up, I said add it up, but what I meant was subtract. You could probably add it by repeated addition, but we're going to take 140 and then look where he was at 2 hours later. So 140, this is 1 hour, this is 2. I'm going to, on a piece of paper or whiteboard, say 140 minus 50. 140 minus 50. I'll give you a chance to solve that and pause. Okay, if you said 90 miles, you are correct. So, he drove 90 miles in those first 2 hours. This is really useful information if you're planning a trip for yourself and trying to figure out how many miles on your itinerary, etc. How many miles did Matt drive between 2 and 2:30? Let's look. From 2 o'clock, he was 50, and then he went to 30 miles. So 50 minus 30 is 20. So he covered 20 miles in that period of time. Okay, pause it if you need more time. Next slide. Okay, we're going to be mapping again. Penelope recorded the amount of snow on the ground. This is actually really useful if you're trying to figure out if there's a drought happening or what's going on in your area. So, on day 1, there was 6 centimeters of snow. Make sure you have all those arrows and it makes it easier for you. You drag it. So this is 10 centimeters. Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These all represent 2, so I'm going to count till 6. 2, 4, 6. That's the day 1. Day 2 is 11. Well, here's 10. It's just a little bit above 10. Day 3 is 14. So, let's see. We're going to go to 10, 12, 14. Okay, my days are the x-axis, my y-axis is the centimeters, so I'm going to my x-axis, and that's 4. And there was no centimeters, so it's actually going to stay on the line here. Did not go up. Day 5. It went 4 centimeters, so it's going to go 2, 4. So look, there's a sharp decline in snow on that 4th day. Went up a little bit on the 5th. Okay, day 6, 22 inches of snow. So right here is 20. 22 is about right here. Okay, let me try that again. If this happens to you, I didn't pause the video and start over again because I kind of wanted you to see what would happen if I did that. I'm going to pull the sides until it works. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We don't care about perfect. We're just trying to map. Alright, 22. And then the last one is 20. So 7, 20. Perfect. Wow, look at this. So if you're wondering about the area you live in and the amount of water it's getting with the snow, it was steadily going up. This day there was none. There's a little here and then a huge amount of snow on this day. This is my greatest day, and a little less the next. Good. Okay, how many centimeters of snow were on the ground at the end of day 3? Okay, on day 3 there was 14 centimeters of snow. That's telling me that day 4 was a hot day and all the snow melted. So I'm going to put 14 for day 3. On which day did all the snow melt? Well, we just said that. It was day 4. I might write day 4 not to confuse myself. Okay, on which day did the hugest, greatest amount of snow accumulate? Well, the biggest number that we have was day 6 on 22. So, day 22. Day 22, it's day 6, sorry. How many more centimeters of snow were on the ground of day 7 versus day 2? So that's telling me a difference, and when there's a difference, we need to subtract. So, day 7 versus day 2. Day 7 was 20, day 2 was 11. So, 20 minus 11. Pause your video. You should have put 9 centimeters. Last question. How many of centimeters of snow melted on day 7? Well, it started at 22, and then on day 7 it was at 20, so it's telling me that 2 centimeters of snow melted. Very good. Okay, let's use this data to answer these questions. What is the difference between the low temperatures and the high temperatures recorded? Okay, my lowest temperature looks like it happened around this time here. 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 10. I think that they're skip counting by 2. So this is 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m. And then I notice that this is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, so this is by ones on my temperature, and it's skip counting by 2 hours on the bottom for the time. So, at 4 a.m., it was 52 degrees. So I'm going to write 52. Then I'm going to subtract the difference of 61. So I'm going to say 61 minus 52, because 52 was my highest temperature. Subtracting that on my paper, I notice it's 9 degrees. And if you don't believe me, you can actually count 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. It's basically going to be 9 is your space in between here, even though I didn't do it very well. Okay. During which 2-hour period did the temperature increase the most? It increased the most between 10 a.m. and noon, because look at the huge difference here compared to the rest. So this is the sharpest increase, 10 a.m. to noon. I'm so glad we're getting a chance to do this, because this is very useful for you guys when you're looking at graphs. Okay, next. How many degrees did the temperature decrease between 2 p.m. and 4? Okay, here's 2, and that's 61 degrees. 4 p.m. was 59 degrees, and if you subtracted that, or counted down, 61, so 1 2. It decreased by 2 degrees. Okay. During which 2-hour period did the temperature decrease by 3 degrees? 3 degrees. I'm looking for a sharp decrease. Let's see it right here. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. It goes down 3 blocks. So it's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. that we have that sharp decrease. Harper started work at the restaurant at 5 p.m. She worked until 9 p.m. Every half hour she recorded the amount of tips she earned. Oh, this is awesome. We get to learn how much money she made during her shift. So, during which half hour did she earn the most tips? So let's see. Okay, let's understand the graph first. So my x-axis says the time, and I notice that it's broken into half hours. So 5, 5:30, 6:30, 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30. And then here's the money. I think it goes by fives, and it starts at 0 because that's the beginning of her shift, and then the end of her shift, how much money she made. I think it's by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's going by fives up. I want to see the biggest jump. Wow, look at this. I noticed right here at 6:30 to 7, she has 5, 10, 15, 20. She earned $20 there compared to the other parts of her shift. This was her biggest amount of money here. So from 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., she earned her most money. How many dollars in tips did Harper earn total during her shift? At the end here, I notice it's at $70. She earned $70 at the end. Okay. During which half hour did Harper not gain any? Well, I noticed that last half hour of her shift, it plateaued, nothing changed. So actually from 8:30 to 9, she didn't earn any money there. She just was probably closing down the restaurant or whatever she was doing. Yep, a restaurant she's working at. Okay, how many dollars in tips did Harper earn between 7 p.m. and 8? So, I'm going to count the difference here. 5, 10, $15. She earned $15 during that period of time. And this was our last slide. You guys are amazing. Well, good job hanging in there. And I want you to know that this is really useful for you guys when you guys are looking at your own data. Hope you have a great day.